Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to the Herb Lady. I hope you guys are doing well and that this video finds you guys as well as ever. I'm so excited to be doing this Karmic Relationships reading for you guys today. Now, for you guys, I had a pre-shuffle message. Actually, I got you guys this pre-shuffle message like 2 days ago, back when I was doing Aries and Leo's reading. I actually was able to get you guys this pre-shuffle message at that time too. However, just, for the sake of time, I was on time constraints. I couldn't get to you guys' reading until today. So what had happened was, you guys, is that for your pre-shuffle, I ended up getting the song by ODB, Old Dirty Bastard Woo-Ha, with Busta Rhymes. So, and in that, like, I found it really interesting because what I observed just from the energies that I was picking up in the song in and of itself literally is the transference of energy between you and your partner, who is potentially karmic. Because remember, you guys, this is a video for those who feel like they are in a karmic relationship, or you just intrinsically know you're in a karmic relationship. You know, this doesn't guarantee, because I'm doing this video, that you're in a karmic relationship, okay? So, but as far as you and your karmic, the transference of energy between you guys is deeply bound, deeply bound, almost like conjoined twins. This connection, it has a lot of kind of psychotic undertones to, those out there who really don't understand, the effects of people who allow themselves to love on that really deep level. So it looks psychotic to those outside of what you two have going on. However, between the two of you guys, you know what this is. And if you don't know what this is, then I highly recommend that you take some time to soul search and figure out what it is, okay? So it's literally, for you guys, this energy is like the sun and the moon dancing around each other. And it's like both of you guys have hugely powerful energies. And your energy together in a room, in a setting, makes people uncomfortable. Like when you guys walk into the room, people feel the heaviness of your energy. It's almost like the whole room shifts when you guys walk in together. And a lot of people, they question you guys' connection, they question your love, they question your energy, they question your sanity. So there's a lot of questioning that's going on between what you all have. And what I get also is that it's a cellular connection between that's taking place through, for some of you guys, it's just for some of you, through blood binding. And it's like, this is one of the things that I probably will discuss later on down the line, which is, blood binding, all the things that are transmitted through sex. It's not just, sex isn't just about catching STDs in this physical sense. It's also STDs in the spiritual sense, as well as, even accidentally binding yourself to somebody or binding somebody to you without you even knowing, Sagittarius. So just keep in mind, a lot of the time, most Sagittarius that I know, I'm a Sagittarius moon. I have a Sag stellium in my chart. I have 3 planets in Sagittarius in my chart. So it's like, for Sagittarius, because you guys, your ruler is Jupiter, you represent that huge energy. And when you walk into a room by yourself, most people who are in tune can feel your energy, and they can feel the freedom that is aligned within your energy. So it's like, with that, especially for you guys, you have that big energy, you're more spiritually inclined, kind of like Pisces. So you have to be careful when you partake in sexual activity with others. You have to be mindful, especially in terms of when you are bleeding, because blood is a vessel of life. in more ways than just the physical, okay? Also what I got is for some of you guys out there, this is probably just for a few of you guys, you really need to turn this energy, like, you guys need to transmute this energy through really focusing on your children, on your daughter especially, because for you guys out there who have daughters, literally, like, your daughter really has that unconditional love for you and really is needing you to show her that you have that for her too. Like, really, it's critical, more critical than what you see on the surface. So this is probably just for a few of you guys out there. You know, pay attention to your baby. So, you know, I get it when you caught up in love, especially a love that's like that, with that really intense energy, you guys. You know, a lot of things that you would usually catch, you don't quite catch. So really turn that attention towards your daughter, your child that possesses a higher sense of intuitive, sensitive, feminine energy, regardless of whether male or female. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading, you guys. I have the Romance Angel card deck here, which is in the description box below. I also made a video on Karmic Relationships. The link to that video is also in the description box below, so check that out, you guys. It's, you know, my video that's based off of my personal experiences, as well as the extensive research that I have done on karmic relationships, okay? So going into the reading here, we are going to draw 2 cards for Sag from the Romance Angels deck. And this will be 1 card for your energy as well as your partner's energy. So I need a card for Sag and their partner. Okay. Okay. All right. So for Sag, it's, you guys are getting the message of letting your friends help you. It's saying ask for and accept support from others. As you can see, you know, it's like, I'm not sure if it's her wedding day. It looks like it is. She's about to partake on this journey of commitment, and all of her friends are around her. Her angel, her spirit guide here, though, is kind of giving her friend the stank eye. Like, what did you just say? So, you know, be careful of the friends that you are letting help you. Be very discerning in that, Sag, okay? So yeah, the message really for you guys is to allow your friends to help you. Really open yourselves up and go to your friends and let them know you need help. Your energy could be feeling heavy. Your energy could be struggling right now. You may have some deep things on your mind and on your chest that you need to get out. And, you know, for those of you guys who may not be in a situation where professional help is an option, you know, they constantly fail stressing how, you know, turning to your friends and talking to your friends can be just as effective at times. You know, sometimes that's all people need. They just need to be listened to for a minute and be listened to wholeheartedly and genuinely, without somebody trying to fix it, without somebody trying to put their 2 cents in, and definitely without judgment. So, you know, turn to your friends, ask for that support, and accept that support when offered, because it may even be an associate or an acquaintance that you're not very close with, that you weren't the closest to, and they could be offering you some critical support that you didn't even know that you need, and you accept that, and literally it blossoms into a friendship that you would have never had you not opened yourself up for accepting that support. So for your partner here, I'm having a feeling for a lot of you guys, this definitely is karmic. Your partner feels like you are their soulmate. They definitely feel a connection to you, a deeper connection. And I know soulmate really is a word that's so loosely used these days, but your partner really strongly feels deep down that you are their soulmate, and even they may not even be as in tune as you are to know, what exactly this means, but they know that you are somebody that is epic to them. You are somebody that's on a different level than anybody else that they've ever met. And or this could be vice versa. You could feel this way about your partner, and your partner could be feeling that pressure and may need to call on the support of their friends. Okay, but either way, given the fact that a lot of the time when the soulmate card comes out, because soulmate is somebody that you have come from, you've been cut from the same cloth as. They belong to your soul family. You spent maybe multiple lifetimes with them in different familial settings or friendship settings, so your souls are familiar with one another. And karmic is a soulmate, but things went very wrong, and now you're here to pay up, so to speak. Okay, all right, so let's get into the reading here. So for the tarot portion of the reading, I'm going to go ahead and pull 7 cards. One card did pop out when I bent over to pick up you guys' oracle card. And we're going to pull from the Modern Witch Tarot deck here, which is also in the description box below as a link to Amazon if you would like to purchase this deck. I highly, highly recommend this deck. It's an awesome deck, all inclusive of everybody from every walk of life. Every femme identifying energy from every walk of life is included in this deck, and it's wonderful. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Alrighty. So our first question for the deck here is, what is the nature of this karmic relationship? And you guys got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is always a very fast-moving thought, very fast-moving thought, very analytical, very keen, very knowledgeable. They move very quickly. Their mind is always moving quickly, but they're also mercurial. They can be very hard to, I guess, to say, like, to track down at times, because their mind is constantly moving in different directions. The minute that you think you got a hold of them, they're off rushing toward the next thing. As you can see, the clouds is moving fast behind him. He's in motion. He's on his white horse. And I wouldn't even say he, but she's on her white horse. They're on their white horse, and the sword is up in the air. And sometimes in the reverse position, literally, this could be indicative of the fact that there is abuse, that there is mental abuse or physical abuse within the relationship taking place. So this karmic nature is one of abuse, where maybe in a past lifetime, you guys, one of you may have abused the other, and in this lifetime, you've come back and you're experiencing this. Now, remember, irregardless of whatever karmic contract you have signed, nobody should ever have to subject themselves to abuse, feeling low, feeling any of those feelings. So if you are in that situation, yes, please let your friends help you. If you feel like you don't have any friends, if you feel like this person has isolated you from your friends, still reach out anyway. Still reach out and ask for help. Still reach out and accept help, because I promise you, your friends whom this person has probably tried to isolate you from are still your friends, and they're still worried about you. They still pray for you. Reach out, and your friends, it don't necessarily have to be your friends. It can be family. You still have people, and even if you feel like you ain't got friends or family, you got people who, there are domestic abuse hotlines. There's all kinds of resources out there, okay? All right, so our next question here is, what is the expected impact of this karma on the relationship? So we've established that this karma is that which is, very fast moving, very illogical at times, but also very logical, very intelligent, but very abusive. So what is the expected impact of this? Yeah, so it's puts you guys in a place where you're standoffish, and even just like mentally you feel regressed. Mentally you feel like you're just in a place where you weren't at one point in time. Maybe when this person met you and you met this person, you were in the seat of the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords, and you were sitting in those seats because you had already gone through this process of, you know, having to mature mentally, having to mentally undergo and change and clean house in your mind, and being with this person because of their behavior and the way that they think and the way that, you know, they take their shit out on you. It's regressed you back to the Page of Swords, or it's regressing you back to the Page of Swords, where, yeah, while you're still chatty, there's still a lot of, you know, a lot of mental energy going on because of the amount of stress that this person is putting on you. The mental energy is misfiring. Like this is a regression out of stress. And because there's so much stress, it's not even quite the same innocent, you know, energy of the page. It's the page type energy because the mind is under so much pressure that it cannot stabilize its emotions and thoughts. There is no stability within it. It's like that whole process of stabilizing mentally and emotionally has kind of gone out the window here. And what I do get is that there could be a huge air sign that you're dealing with, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So big air sign, or this, you know, could be you. So going into the third question is, how can this energy be transmuted? Okay, so the Sun here. What I'm getting is that, going back to your pre-shuffle, you're gonna have to transmute the focus of this fuckery and take the focus from this and put it onto your child. Because your child is your sun, you know. It's like, for a lot of you guys, your children light up your world. For a lot of you guys, you're still trying to get into that place where you are the source of light for you, where that light source comes from you. And for a lot of you, you know, that you have kids, and your kids is what makes it worth it every day. It's what makes you get up in the morning. It's what makes you keep going even when you don't want to. You have to turn that back to your kids. Going out, taking trips, doing things that you used to do with your kids. Get back into doing that, because this energy here, this here, no. But it is saying, let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. You guys may need to get out and go to a place where the sun is shining. You guys may need to surround yourselves by some sunflowers, you know. Eat some sunflower seeds. There may be a vitamin deficiency that's taking place. You guys may need more sun. You guys may need more nutrients, more vitamin D. So you may need to take a trip to the doctor and get some stuff looked at. What I have noticed already is that there are 2 white horses, and to me it's like, you know, usually with the white horse, that indicates change, that indicates a death of the way of things. It's the death of one way of things to usher in a new way of doing things. So, you know, that may very well take place within this connection. But literally, to transmute this, you're going to have to let the sun in. You're going to have to let spirit shine light on you. You're going to have to let spirit radiate their light on you and be open to actually listening to spirit. Okay, so going to the next card, how can we heal this karmic? The Hermit. So getting into that Virgo energy where you guys are really like analyzing the situation for what it is. You are going to have to step up outside of yourself and look at yourself and look at your partner for who you guys are. And sometimes you can do that by literally taking a notebook, writing down your partner's name on that piece of paper, drawing a line down the middle, write a pro list of them, the pros about being with them and the cons about being with them. And literally it's so simple as whichever list outdoes the other, you know what you have to do from that point. And the Hermit also calls for a period of isolation, a period of going within. This is literally like you have to take this time for yourself and recover yourself and take that space away from them. You know, really, literally take that space away from them, which will be hard because they're obviously very attached to you. Very, very attached to you. And that's okay. You know, they can be attached, but you have to love yourself more than you love them, right? Because nobody else is gonna do that for you, including them. All right, so the next 3 cards here is basically just messages from the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the Bringer of Karma. I like to call them messages from Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, okay? These are more bonus messages, but because I realize that my channel is still new here, I'm, you know, more than happy to do this and put this out there. I hope you guys book a reading with me. That would be awesome, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the message from Venus. Yeah, Venus is definitely saying you guys are pouring out way too much, way more than what this person is worth, way more than what this person is giving you. You're pouring out too much and it's to your detriment. You guys are about to put yourself in a position where you're circling the drain here, and that's not going to be good. Venus is urging you to pour into yourself, as well as urging you to let the sun shine light on you. Do what shines light on you. For those of you with your children and you are very close to your children, be with your children. Embrace your children. For those of you who don't have children, do what makes you feel light on the inside. Do what puts you in tune with your inner light, okay? So for the Divine Masculine, Jupiter. Okay, so Divine Masculine is really saying that, you know, they're saying it's interesting that the 5 of Cups popped out, because they are really saying that you are so focused on the fact that you guys have like a loving, you guys' love is so big, yet at the same time there's so much abuse, and you're so focused on this relationship and the way that it's just not working out for you personally, that you fail to see the 2 cups right here in the back of you, the 2 opportunities that you have. Like I said, that could be your children, that could be that which brings you light, all of those things. Divine Masculine really is saying you need to shift your attention, shift what you're putting your energy into, because this shit's dead. It's over. It was over the minute that they opened your mouth to say an abusive thing towards you. It was over the moment that they thought an abusive thought towards you. It's over. It's dead. Dead, that shit. And move on. Turn around and focus your energy to what is here. There is a whole river, which tells me that there is life, there is water, and there is a bridge. Cross that bridge onto your new life. Or for those of you coming from this and you've already crossed the bridge, stop focusing on this shit and move on to your new life. Not worth it, Sag. Not worth it at all. And from the Bringer of Karma, yeah. The Bringer of Karma is restricting this person out of your life. They really are. They're not fucking with them. They ain't fucking with you. The notion of you fucking with them. They don't want you fucking with them. And really, Saturn really is saying, you know, we're going to restrict the greed, we're going to restrict the selfishness, we're going to restrict the, you know, the arrogance, we're restricting all of these qualities, we're restricting this person, period, because they have no place for where you're headed right now. Okay, Sag, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's pretty short. Most of my love readings are kind of short, sweet, and simple. You guys' was actually longer than most of them. Most of them have been 15 to 20 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, check out my Squarespace page below, or you guys can email me. My email address is on my channel information. Please leave a like on this video if you guys like it. Leave me a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all you guys' love and support. It's so appreciated. And also please follow me on Instagram at the Herb Lady. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful Halloween weekend. Ashe.